Well, joining us now on the Sports Connection is Dragons quarterback Michael Bush. Michael, thanks for taking time and being here.
Good to see you, Michael.
My standard question I ask every player when they come on, what class did I get you out of?
History.
History. Excellent.
Well, he likes history, man.
How do you know?
I just know he does.
Okay.
You can tell. Michael, first of all, congratulations on another great season.
Thank you.
And, man, it's just great to follow you, how you've matured as a quarterback, and just talk a little bit. You know, you were kind of thrown into the fire as a Dragon quarterback, but now you just seem so comfortable in the pocket. And just talk about being a quarterback of Warren Central.
It's always great, you know. You kind of feel like you're in charge of the offense and stuff, but for the most part, as me growing, it's just the game just kind of slowed down a little bit. Especially my freshman year when I got thrown in there, everything was just moving so fast. I wasn't used to it. Just playing freshman in JV, playing varsity game, it's just on a whole nother level, you know.
You know, and one of the things, you know, that kind of separate you and Scooter Hollis and Parker Cash and those guys is that you guys really understand the defense. And it, you know, you know where to read, you know how to check off, and you know when to tuck in and run, and kind of talk about, you know, learning that over the past few seasons and having the ability to know when it's time to just tuck the ball and go.
Got to give credit to my coaches, you know, just them helping me go over film, you know, what to look for in certain situations, and like to kind of know the tendencies of what they like to do in certain downs, and then where they line up. A lot of times you can tell what they're going to do from that stuff.
As a quarterback, how much easier is your job made knowing that you guys have such a prolific running game?
Oh, it's tons easier, you know. Just get 8 in the box, and then you only have about 3 back in coverage. You know, it's a whole lot easier than if people just know out you're going to pass the ball, you know. It's a lot easier when you can just hand it off a little bit and then play action and everybody bites up and you just throw it to a guy that's wide open.
Do you have the opportunity to kind of change the play at the line when you see a defense getting ready to maybe blitz or stack the box?
We have several checks. We don't get into much depth with it, but we have several. Like if we get certain fronts or something and we have a bad play on, we'll just check out of it to stay out of negative plays.
As a quarterback, you know, after you guys had that tough loss against Bowling Green, what sort of things did you maybe say to the team, or did you help take a leadership role to kind of refocus everyone and say, you know what, that's just one game and our season is going to continue? You know, that wasn't the final game of the year.
A little bit, but just a collective group of people, you know, just have to take charge. It can't be just one person. It's got to be a collective group to do it all by themselves.
You know, Michael, talk a little bit about your offensive line because, you know, those guys, they don't usually make the headlines in the paper or they're not on the highlights.
You love the offensive line.
I'm sorry, I do. And I'm sure Michael does too because obviously they protect you in the passing routes and they open up lanes for your runners.
Oh, they're great up front. They're a lot smarter. You know, over 3 years, they're one of the first classes to be with Coach Rogers, you know, almost their whole high school career, and it's definitely helped, you know, just understanding the offense and knowing what to do when we get certain techniques and stuff like that to go and do it.
What are you guys looking at now, kind of where the players' mindset, knowing that now it is playoff time and you really can't afford to have a bad game?
You don't want it to be your last. You know, you want to give everything you've got because it could be your last.
You know, talk a little bit about the culture of Dragon football now since Coach Rogers has been there. You know, amazing turnaround, obviously, not only in the win-loss category, Michael, but just in the way the enthusiasm of the players and I guess the 12th man, the Dragon fans.
It's definitely gotten a lot better. You know, my freshman year, you'd look in the stands and there'd be about 10 students there and just nobody there. But now, after you start winning ball games, people start to come out and people are, like, kids are excited to go to practice now. You know, used to nobody wanted to go to practice, but now people are starting to get excited. They want to go to practice. They want to be a better football team.
Well, Michael, we appreciate you stopping by. I tell you, history teacher, I apologize for getting you out of class.
Michael.
And good luck the rest of the season and in the playoffs. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay tuned. You're watching the Sports Connection.